Hey there, everybody. I'm Connie Foote with Foote Title Group, where we protect your home ownership. How's everybody doing today on this cold Tuesday morning? So I apologize for whatever technical difficulties was happening earlier. I don't know what the heck happened, but I'm pretty sure that we were broadcasting live, and then for some reason it just totally cut me off. So I'm not really sure what happened. So thanks for your patience and putting up with the confusion, because we all know technology can be great, but it also can be crazy. So hey Pam, how are you, girl? Thank you. Morning to you. Hey Michelle, how are you? So this morning I wanted to talk for a minute. I try to tell you guys that I have a whole calendar full of information that I want to talk to you about throughout the year. But what I like best is hearing new things that I want to share with you, or updates and information that I want to share with you, but also information that you might want to know about. So if you hear somebody talk about something, you have a question about something with regard to real estate, mortgages, home closings, purchasing a new home, refinancing your home, all of those things. I don't purport to know all the answers, but if I don't know the answers, I know where to find them. So please feel free to reach out and ask any questions that you have, because I'd much rather share information that is helpful to you, that is interesting to you, than maybe information that might be information that you don't necessarily need. So always reach out and ask me questions, give me information, all those things. I really love it. Hey Kathy, how are you this morning? Good to see you. So what I wanted to talk about this morning for a few minutes is a way that change that's happened, that the federal government decided to make a change in one of the programs they have to make it more affordable for those buying homes with very little bit of money down, and how that change will actually affect the monthly mortgage payments and potentially affect how you can buy more home for less money. So yesterday, a bulletin came out that explained that the federal government has decided to reduce the annual mortgage insurance premium fee by 0.25%. And that 0.25% is huge. That can equate to about an average of $500 a year savings in your monthly mortgage payment. So what is mortgage insurance and how does that all work? So a quick little brief synopsis to explain to you what that actually means. So when you buy a piece of property and you are borrowing money from a mortgage company, they want to make sure they'll do everything they can to make sure that that loan is secure, to make sure that you will repay that loan, and if you don't, that they have a way to recuperate that loan. Obviously, it's a huge amount of money, and they want to ensure that that's taken care of. So one of the ways that they do that is they actually insure the mortgage, and the amount that they have to insure it for and the amount that it costs totally depends on how much money you're putting into the deal, how much they're loaning, with relationship to what the value of that property is. So the more that you're borrowing and the less of your own money you're putting into it, the more the mortgage insurance is going to cost, because the mortgage insurance actually helps the lender recuperate any of the loan amount that they can't get back if you go into foreclosure and they have to sell it at a foreclosure sale. Hey there, Guy, how are you today? Yep, only apply to a new mortgage. That's correct. A new mortgage, it's not a mortgage that's already in existence. And so the change that happened is actually a reduction in the monthly amount for anyone getting a new mortgage after the end of this month. So it's really pretty exciting. There's different levels of mortgage insurance. Yes, it only applies to new mortgages, not any mortgage that somebody has in place now. Anybody getting a new mortgage going forward on an FHA loan. So let me talk about the mortgage insurance for just a second. There's 3 different types. If you're getting a VA loan because you have access to VA benefits, thank you very much for your service. That means that you've sacrificed quite a bit for our country, and because of that, you have the ability to borrow money at a different cost and different rates. Those types of things are a little bit different. So the VA, if you're borrowing a VA loan, they have what's called a VA funding fee, and it's a percentage of your mortgage, and usually you can finance that, and that ensures that you'll repay that mortgage. If you are not a veteran and do not have access to VA benefits, and you can only put down a small amount of money, usually around 3%, then the type of mortgage that you would get could be an FHA loan, which is insured by the federal government, and the Federal Housing Administration is FHA. And so the FHA loan has FHA mortgage insurance, and that is a upfront fee at closing, and then a monthly amount. And what the federal government has done is they've said, wow, the housing market has really improved. We want to give that advantage back to any home buyers that are buying that have a lot less money to put down. In that federal program that's available, we will actually charge them in the monthly amount 25% less than what the cost was. So anyone doing that new mortgage, that new FHA mortgage with mortgage insurance, will have access to this lower monthly payment for mortgage insurance. And what does that mean for you? Well, that means that you're paying a whole lot less to borrow that money. And so you might be able to buy a house that's a little bit more expensive because you can afford a different mortgage payment because you're paying more towards buying and less towards that mortgage insurance. So you might be able to borrow a little bit more, which means you would be able to buy a house that maybe is a little bit more expensive than what you originally were looking at. So this change goes into effect for any new mortgages after the end of January. So if you're out looking now, you very well could be eligible for that. Now, we haven't heard and I haven't seen the regulation change as far as refinancing, but I'm guessing that everything I read was FHA mortgages. It's going to affect all FHA mortgages that are new mortgages taken out after the end of the month. So I know real estate interest rates have gone up a little bit, but they're still very affordable, and the homes are still valued at a really comfortable level compared to what they were before we had the real estate crash. So this makes it a whole lot more interesting and gives you the ability to buy a whole lot more house or some more house for the same amount of money. So I just want to share a little bit about how that all works for you. Because this is a huge change. I think this is the first time this change has happened in many years. And so the fact that the federal government is coming in and giving us this benefit for new home buyers and people buying, moving up too. You know, it's the FHA insurance is at a certain level value of home. So up to a certain amount you can borrow using an FHA loan, and this effect will take place for you. So it's really a cool opportunity to get a little more home for a little less expense, and it's great that the federal government has decided to jump in and give you this advantage and make it more affordable for all of us to pay less for being able to borrow that money. So hopefully that helps you understand a little bit about mortgage insurance and also a little bit about this new change. As I said, I love helping you with information that I come across, but also if you come across something that you don't understand, please share with me. Please ask, please share with each other, because we want to make sure that that information's out there to help you out. Hey Wendy, how are you this morning? Hey Sean, how are you? Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody. So hopefully that helps you a little bit. Again, I'm really sorry we were delayed. Something crazy was going on with Facebook Live. The other thing I wanted to touch base on just for a second, and some of my people that tuned in are on, but what is your new word? What are you striving for in 2017? Mine is execute, and execute means that when I decide to take something on, we are going to execute until it happens. And we have several things on our plate that we're trying to get done this year, and lots of new things coming out. And the first thing we executed on is I want you to check out our new website. It launched the last day of the end of the year, and we are super excited about it because it's so much easier to navigate. There's a closing cost calculator on there that anyone can use. You do have to register because you can save your estimate and you can go back in and modify it. So it's great for realtors and lenders that can go in and add information to a saved quote. They can email it to their customers. They can make changes. There are all different types of things you can do. If you're a home buyer or home seller, you can actually go in there and do those estimates as well, and you can save them and you can make changes as well. It's all over our website. You just have to click on the link. If you want to get on our email list, which has lots of information that comes out weekly, there's a good spot to do that. Also, there's a buyers tab, sellers tab, and realtors and lenders tab that have all kinds of resources, as we've talked about before: home buying guides, home selling guides, sample closing documents, planning your move checklists, all kinds of stuff you can download and get information for. And there's also a helpful links page, which gives you links to all types of things that might be helpful in Maryland and Virginia. If you have questions, things you're trying to find out. In Maryland, the withholding tax link is on there. In Virginia, there's links to a lot of the different courthouses and recording costs calculators. So there's lots of information on our new website, and we're constantly adding new things. The HOA guide is still on there, and we update that regularly. So get on there, check that information out, share it. And also, if you would, please share our videos, because there's a lot of people out there that may need information that I can't necessarily get to because they're not on my friends list, which I'd love to have them, but I can only do that if you share. So if you would please share our videos, go on and like our Foote Title Group Facebook page. There's a lot more information on there than on my own personal page, so you can actually get some more information. We do a real estate spotlight that our team member Carla does with people in the industry that may be complementary to the buying and selling of your home, that would give you some information that is stuff that I can't necessarily help you with. So that's on our Foote Title Group page. Go on there, check it out. That's a lot of good information. And stay tuned, because we have something coming out for the next 3 months at the beginning of the month every month. So all along with my execute, I'm executing to bring you more valuable information every single month. And so hopefully you'll go on there and check out our website, and also click the follow button on the bottom so you don't miss a coffee with Connie. So when things like today go haywire, they can still get you the information, and you can still check us out. Thanks so much for taking your time and tuning in today, guys. I really appreciate it. I love providing you information, and hopefully this has been helpful today. I look forward to talking to you again on Thursday when we have coffee with Connie between 8 and 9, as long as there's no technical difficulties. Haha. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm Connie Foote with Foote Title Group, where we protect your home ownership. Have an awesome Tuesday, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.